Have you ever wondered why some homes always feel calm and clear, even though the people who live there never seem to be cleaning all the time? It's not about working harder or spending your days scrubbing and organizing. It's about something quieter, something that happens before the mess even begins. There are small habits, gentle rhythms really, that prevent clutter and chaos from settling into your home in the first place. These aren't about discipline or perfection. They're about awareness, about noticing what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll discover a way of living that feels lighter, a way that respects your time, your body, and your peace. Because at this stage of life, we deserve homes that care for us, not homes that demand endless effort. Let me share with me 9 quiet habits that can change the way you live, starting today. Tip 1. Return things before you leave the room. This is one of the simplest habits you can adopt, and it changes everything. Before you leave any room, take just one thing with you that doesn't belong there. A cup left on the side table, a sweater draped over a chair, a book resting on the kitchen counter. You don't need to carry 5 things at once, just one. You're already moving through the house. You're already walking from one place to another. This habit doesn't ask you to do more. It asks you to notice what's already in your hands, what's already in your past. When you do this every single time you leave a room, something beautiful happens. Things stop piling up. Clutter never gets the chance to grow. Rooms stay clear without you ever setting aside time to tidy them. You're weaving order into your movement, into your daily rhythm. It becomes invisible, effortless, and your home begins to breathe differently. This isn't about being strict with yourself. It's about being kind to your future self, the woman who will return to that room later, tired, wanting rest. She deserves to walk into a space that feels calm, and you can give that to her with one small choice, repeated gently, day after day. Tip 2. Keep surfaces almost empty. Look around your home right now. How many flat surfaces do you see? Tables, counters, shelves, dressers. And how many of those surfaces are covered with things? Papers, keys, lotions, remote controls, little objects that once had a purpose and now just sit there, collecting dust. Every item on a surface is a decision waiting to happen. Every object is something your eyes must process, something your mind must catalog. It's quiet weight, mental clutter. And over time, it wears you down without you even realizing it. The habit here is simple. Keep your surfaces almost empty. Not completely bare, that can feel cold, but almost empty. Choose only 1 or 2 meaningful things to rest on each surface. A plant, a small photograph, a candle, something that brings you peace when you see it. Everything else needs a place to live that isn't out in the open. When your counters and tables are clear, cleaning becomes easier. Dusting takes seconds instead of minutes. But more than that, your home feels calmer. Your mind feels calmer. You walk into a room and you can breathe. There's space for your thoughts, space for your life, not just space for your things. This is one of the most powerful habits you can build. It doesn't require strength or energy, just a quiet decision to let your home hold less so your heart can hold more. Tip 3. Fold laundry immediately when it's dry. Laundry has a way of taking over, doesn't it? A basket of clean clothes sits in the corner for days, maybe weeks. You pull what you need from the pile, and the rest just waits there, getting more wrinkled, more tangled, more discouraging. It becomes one more thing weighing on you, one more task you're too tired to face. But here's the truth. It's not the folding that's hard, it's the waiting. When you fold your laundry, the moment it comes out of the dryer or off the line or out of the basket, something shifts. The task stays small, it stays simple. 5 minutes, maybe 10, and it's done. But when you let it sit, it grows in your mind. It becomes a mountain instead of a gentle hill. And every time you see that pile, you feel a little heavier. This habit isn't about being perfect. You don't need to fold every towel with crisp corners. You just need to finish the task while it's still small. Put the clothes away in their places, close the drawer, and suddenly that corner of your home is clear again. Your mind is clear again. Laundry will always be part of life. But it doesn't have to be a burden. When you fold it right away, it becomes just another quiet rhythm, something that flows through your day without stopping you, without weighing you down. If this is already speaking to you, take a moment now to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications. I share simple ideas like these every week, ideas that help life feel lighter. And tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? I love knowing how far these quiet words travel. Your comment helps this community grow. Tip 4. Limit what you bring into your home. Most of the mess in our homes doesn't start inside. It starts when we open the door. Every time we bring something new across that threshold, we're making a choice. Sometimes we choose carefully, but often we don't choose at all. We accept, we accumulate. A free sample at the store, a gift we didn't need, another decorative item because it was on sale, a kitchen tool that promises to make life easier, and slowly, quietly our homes fill up. This habit asks you to pause before you bring anything new inside. Ask yourself, do I truly need this? Do I have space for it? Does it add to my peace, or will it add to my burden? Not every question needs a long answer. Sometimes the answer is immediate, but the act of asking changes everything. It creates a gentle barrier between you and the endless flow of things the world wants to give you. When you're intentional about what enters your home, you protect your space, you protect your time, because every object you own is something you'll need to clean, organize, move, and eventually decide what to do with. The fewer things you bring in, the lighter your home stays, the lighter your life stays. This doesn't mean you can't have beautiful things. It means you choose them with care, with intention, with respect for the space you've worked so hard to keep calm. Tip 5. Put things back in their exact place. Everything in your home should have one place where it lives, not two places, not somewhere around here. One place. The scissors live in the second drawer. The keys hang on the small hook by the door. The remote sits on the left side of the table. When something has a home, it can always be found. And when it's always found, you stop wasting time searching. You stop feeling frustrated. You stop losing small pieces of your peace minute by minute. But this only works if you put things back in their exact place every single time you use them. Not close to the place, not near the place, the exact place. This sounds strict, but it's actually the kindest thing you can do for yourself. Because when you reach for something tomorrow, it will be there. When you need it in a hurry, it will be there. You won't have to think. You won't have to search. Your home will quietly support you the way a home should. This habit also prevents clutter from spreading. When things don't have a home, they wander. They end up on counters, chairs, tables, floors. They multiply. But when everything returns to its place, order maintains itself. Your home stays clear, not because you're constantly tidying, but because tidying is woven into every small action. It takes practice. At first, you'll forget. You'll set something down without thinking. But over time, it becomes natural, automatic, and your home becomes a place where everything is easy to find, easy to use, easy to live with. Tip 6. Deal with paper the day it arrives. Paper is quiet, but it's one of the biggest sources of clutter in any home. Mail, bills, receipts, flyers, notices, instructions. It comes into your house every single day, and if you're not careful, it piles up on the counter, on the table, in drawers, in bags. Before you know it, you're surrounded by paper you don't need and can't remember the purpose of. And somewhere in that pile might be something important, something you needed to respond to, something time-sensitive. The stress of not knowing is heavier than the paper itself. The habit is this: deal with paper the same day it arrives. Open the mail as soon as you bring it in. Read what needs to be read. Pay what needs to be paid, or write it on your calendar. Throw away what doesn't matter. File what you need to keep. Don't let it sit. Don't let it wait. Because paper that waits becomes invisible, and invisible paper becomes clutter. If you're not sure whether you need something, create one small place for maybe papers, a single folder, a small basket. But go through it once a week. Don't let it grow. Don't let it hide. When you handle paper immediately, it never has the chance to take over. Your surfaces stay clear, your mind stays clear. And you never have to waste an afternoon sorting through piles, trying to remember what matters and what doesn't. Tip 7. Clean while you cook. The kitchen can feel like the hardest room to keep calm. It's where we spend so much of our time, where we prepare meals, make tea, gather with family. And it's where mess happens quickly. Counters get covered, dishes pile up, pots and pans sit waiting to be washed. By the time the meal is over, you're too tired to face the cleanup, so it waits. And the kitchen, which should feel warm and welcoming, starts to feel heavy. But there's a gentler way. Clean while you cook. While water is boiling, wash the cutting board you just used. While something simmers, wipe down the counter. While the oven is heating, put away the ingredients you've already measured. You're already standing there. You're already waiting. Use those small moments. They add up. When you clean as you go, something beautiful happens. By the time the food is ready, the kitchen is almost clean. There's no mountain of dishes waiting for you after the meal. There's just a plate or two, a pot, a pan. It feels manageable. It feels light. And you can sit down to eat without that weight pressing on you, that knowledge of work still waiting in the other room. This habit doesn't mean you rush. It doesn't mean you stress. It just means you move with awareness. You notice what can be done in the pauses. And you give yourself the gift of a calm kitchen, even on the busiest days. Tip 8. Touch things only once. How many times do you pick up the same object in a day? You move it from the counter to the table, from the table to the chair, from the chair back to the counter. You're not putting it away. You're just moving it again and again. It's exhausting without you even realizing it. Every time you touch something without finishing the task, you're creating future work for yourself. You're adding another decision to your already tired mind. The habit is this: touch things only once. When you pick something up, finish what needs to be done with it right then. If it's a dish, wash it or put it in the dishwasher. If it's a piece of mail, open it, deal with it, file it, or throw it away. If it's a jacket, hang it up. Don't set it down somewhere else. Don't tell yourself you'll do it later. Later never feels easier. It only feels heavier. This doesn't mean you have to do everything immediately, but when you do decide to handle something, handle it completely. Finish the action, close the loop, and then it's done. It's no longer taking up space in your home or in your mind. At first, this takes conscious effort. You'll have to catch yourself. You'll have to pause and think. But over time, it becomes second nature. And you'll notice how much lighter your days feel when you're not constantly re-handling the same objects, remaking the same decisions. Tip 9. End your day with 10 minutes of reset. No matter how intentional you are, no matter how many good habits you practice, life still happens. Things get used, spaces get lived in, and by the end of the day, there's always a little bit of disorder. A few dishes in the sink, cushions pushed to the side, shoes by the door, papers on the table. It's normal. It's human. But if you let it carry over into the next day, it starts to build. One day becomes two. Two becomes a week. And suddenly your home feels out of control again. The habit is this: spend 10 minutes at the end of each day resetting your main spaces. Not cleaning deeply, just resetting. Put things back where they belong, fluff the cushions, clear the counters, straighten what's crooked, walk through your home with gentle hands and return it to calm. 10 minutes is not long. It's shorter than one episode of a show, shorter than a phone call, but it's enough. Because you're not undoing a week of mess. You're just tidying one day. One day is light, one day is manageable, and when you wake up the next morning, your home will greet you with peace. You'll start fresh. You'll start clear. This habit is a gift to your future self. The woman who will wake up tomorrow may be tired, may be sore, may be overwhelmed by something you can't control. She deserves to walk into a kitchen that's calm, a living room that's clear, a home that feels like a soft place to land. And you can give her that every single night with just 10 minutes of care. A calm home is not about perfection. It's not about doing more, working harder, or living with strict rules. It's about small habits, quiet rhythms, choices made with awareness and care, choices that respect your energy, your time, your peace. You've lived a full life. You've worked hard for many years. Your home should support you now. It should feel light. It should feel like rest. These 9 habits aren't about transforming everything overnight. They're about starting where you are, choosing 1 or 2 that feel easy, practicing them gently until they become part of your rhythm, and then, when you're ready, adding 1 more. Little by little, your home will begin to hold you differently. It will ask less of you. It will give you more space to simply be. Which of these habits feels like something you could try today? Or maybe you already do one of these without even thinking about it. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know. And if this video brought you a little bit of peace, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Before we finish, let me share something with you. If you want to keep your home truly clean, organized, and pleasant without effort or excess, I've prepared a complete guide with simple recipes, a gentle weekly routine, and methods that help everything feel lighter. The link is in the first pinned comment. Now, take what spoke to your heart today and try it calmly at your own pace.